What did the Vikings wear? Well, it depends on whether you're cosplaying a Viking fantasy character or if you're going for something historically accurate. If you want the latter, then we'll be able to help you out. Let's start with the basics. You need a dress with an apron or a pair of trousers with a tunic in linen or wool. Stick to earthy and natural tones and pair that off with a simple belt and a bronze pendant, maybe with a few glass beads, and you're ready to represent a commoner. If it was cold outside, you'd wear a linen tunic or dress under a thicker wool garment. Now, if you had the means, then you wanted it to show in the way you presented yourself. Fabric was expensive, as were certain dyes, so adding more vividly dyed fabric did the job. A wide smocker dress with a blue linen dress underneath for the ladies, and the men could use a long wool tunic or wind out a coat with herringbone wool trims. Add to that a belt with bronze details and a bag, and you're ready to represent a more successful individual. What really mirrored one's success in life was the bling, since Viking Age people really loved their jewelry. The women would use tortoise brooches to fasten their dresses with, topping them off with additional brooches. Necklaces, pendants, bracelets, and rings would be in silver instead of bronze. Men would also choose silver, and many wore thick arm rings on the wrists that oaths were sworn upon. The bigger and heavier the piece, the more prominent the person. Even belts could be studded with silver to show off one's success and power. Finally, a cloak was essential back then. It protected against the elements, but it could also be fashionable. Undyed wool, gray or brown, in a simple rectangular shape, would serve most during labor or travel. But if you wanted to make a statement, you could go for a dyed cloak or a half-circle cloak in dyed wool with a trim. However, the most important fashion statement was the brooch. It could be in iron, bronze, or silver, all depending on your wealth and status. In conclusion, it's actually quite simple. Natural earthy tones with minimal bling is the starting point for representing a commoner. Then, depending on the person you want to represent, you add more color and more bling.